In this video, we're working through numbers 1 and 2 on your Chapter 2 test review. All right, so we're working through a algebraic proof. Now, a lot of times when I do algebra proofs, I like to solve the equation off to the side as I do the proof. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my work here on a little sticky note. And as I solve it, I'm going to go ahead and put my statements and reasons in my proof. So we want to solve for x. We're always going to start with our given equation, our given statement. So I'm just going to rewrite the equation that I'm going to solve in my first statement, and that's given to me. Okay, I want to solve for x, so I want to move all my x's to one side of my equal sign. So I'll get rid of this 3x. To get rid of it, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Stop. Before I do anything more, I need to put that in my proof. When I go to put this in my proof, remember you need to rewrite the equation you were working with, then show the subtraction on each side. And so my reason is when I'm subtracting something from both sides, I'm using the subtraction property. All right, so now I'm going to go back to solving my equation. I'm going to cancel and simplify to get a new equation. 9x minus 3x is 6x. Everything else stays the same. So stop. We're going to put this in our proof now. You now need to show what's my new equation that I have. So I have 6x plus 31 equals negative 23. And remember, anytime you are simplifying and combining like terms to get a more simplified equation, you are using substitution. All right, I'm going to continue solving this for x. Next, I need to subtract a 31 on both sides. Right, we're doing the opposite. Before you do anything else, stop and put it in your proof. Okay, so to show that subtraction, I need to rewrite my equation and show the subtraction on both sides. So again, since I'm subtracting the same thing on both sides of my equation, I'm using the subtraction property. Now I'm ready to cancel, simplify to get my new equation. Okay. So 6x equals negative 54. Anytime you cancel, simplify to get a new equation, you are using substitution. Notice that pattern. After a subtraction or addition or multiplication or division, you will always have a substitution right after it. You're always going to have a substitution right after it. Okay. I'm getting close. To get x by itself, I have to undo this multiplication by 6. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. Stop. Put that in your proof. Rewrite the equation. Divide both sides by 6. Because I'm dividing both sides of an equation by the same number, I'm using the division property. When I do this division, I get that x is equal to negative 9. Okay. So since I canceled my 6's and simplified, I used the substitution property. All right, let's work with number 2. On number 2 now, okay. Solve 3 times the quantity 2x plus 9 equals 30. Okay, I'm going to start with that as my first given statement. All right, I notice I have some parentheses to get rid of. I have to take this 3 and distribute it to both terms inside the parentheses. 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times 9 is 27. I now need to put this new equation in my proof after I use the distributive property. So from statement 1 to statement 2, I got this new equation by using the distributive property. So from here, solving for x, I have to get rid of this 27. I need to undo it by subtracting 27 on both sides. Put this in your proof. Make sure you rewrite the equation. Then show your subtraction. Since I'm subtracting on both sides, I'm using the subtraction property. One thing to make a note of, don't just put sub here for a reason. Don't abbreviate it to sub, because if you notice back from up above, subtraction and substitution are very similar. So if you just put sub, we're not going to know whether you will mean subtraction or substitution. So this is one where you are going to want to write out the property. Do not abbreviate it. Okay, when I cancel and simplify, let's see, 30 minus 27 gets me 3. Okay. 6x equals 3. When I cancel and simplify, I'm using substitution. Now when I'm solving this to get rid of the 6, I have to undo that multiplication by dividing both sides by 6. Put that in your proof. Rewrite your equation. Show the division on each side. We're using the division property. And finally, I'm going to cancel and simplify, right? 3 divided by 6, or 3/6, that simplifies to 1/2. So x is equal to 1/2. Since I simplified and got my final solution, I used substitution.